Elliot Page doesn't remember exactly how long he had been asking. But he does remember the acute feeling of triumph when, around age 9, he was finally allowed to cut his hair short. I felt like a boy, Page says. I wanted to be a boy. I would ask my mom if I could be someday. Growing up in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Page visualized himself as a boy in imaginary games, freed from the discomfort of how other people saw him, as a girl. After the haircut, strangers finally started perceiving him the way he saw himself, and it felt both right and exciting. The joy was short-lived. Months later, Page got his first break, landing a part as a daughter in a Canadian mining family in the TV movie Pit Pony. He wore a wig for the film, and when Pit Pony became a TV show, he grew his hair out again. I became a professional actor at the age of 10, Page says. And pursuing that passion came with a difficult compromise. Of course I had to look a certain way. We are speaking in late February. It is the first interview Page, 34, has given since disclosing in December that he is transgender, in a heartfelt letter posted to Instagram, and he is crying before I have even uttered a question. Sorry, I'm going to be emotional, but that's cool, right? He says, smiling through his tears. It's hard for him to talk about the days that led up to that disclosure. When I ask how he was feeling, he looks away, his neck exposed by a new short haircut. After a pause, he presses his hand to his heart and closes his eyes. This feeling of true excitement and deep gratitude to have made it to this point in my life, he says, mixed with a lot of fear and anxiety. It's not hard to understand why a trans person would be dealing with conflicting feelings in this moment. Increased social acceptance has led to more young people describing themselves as trans, 1.8% of Gen Z compared with 0.2% of boomers, according to a recent Gallup poll. Yet this has fueled conservatives who are stoking fears about a transgender craze. President Joe Biden has restored the right of transgender military members to serve openly, and in Hollywood, trans people have never had more meaningful time on screen. Meanwhile, J.K. Rowling is leveraging her cultural capital to oppose transgender equality in the name of feminism, and lawmakers are arguing in the halls of Congress over the validity of gender identities. Sex has become a political football in the culture wars, says Chase Strangio, Deputy Director for Transgender Justice at the ACLU. Photographed by Win Neely for Time and So Page, who charmed America as a precocious pregnant teenager in Juno, constructed dreamscapes in Inception and now stars in Netflix's hit superhero show The Umbrella Academy, the third season of which he's filming in Toronto, expected that his news would be met with both applause and vitriol. What I was anticipating was a lot of support and love and a massive amount of hatred and transphobia, says Page.